Jordan of recording, also known as the Voice of the Streets, but better known as the Glue, because I like to keep things together and keep them in their proper perspective. How y'all doing out there this morning? Y'all already know what it is. What's good? What's good? What's good? I'm back. I'm back. I got that nuke spinning. I got that OG nuke spinning right now. So I'm looking for some feedback. Where y'all at with that feedback? But more importantly, this video here is a tribute to OG Nuke. Because what I did was, I let y'all know about that drama that went down. And I failed to highlight that man's accomplishments. And I got the call. You damn right. Yeah, I got the call. OG Nuke was on my phone cursing me out, man. He cursed me out because I failed to highlight his accomplishments. But more importantly, let me give you my history with OG Nuke. Growing up, you hear the stories of motherfuckers, and I heard some stories of OG Nuke. And when you hear the stories of motherfuckers, you don't know how they gonna be when you first meet them. You know what I'm saying? I came across OG Nuke in 85. Y'all know my brother got me from a car and took my money and all that shit by my stepbrother. But I also had a stepsister. My stepsister was Big Nuke's baby mother. So I came across Nuke in 85 when I was just a child. You know what I'm saying? Seeing him moving and grooving when he was a teenager out there. Crazy truck jury and shit. Never had a word with him. Never heard him speak anything. I just seen him one time back in like 85. Then when I came to prison, got a DIN number, went up north in 93. I started hearing like, Nuke, yo, oh, that's the same dude, man. Got a baby by my stepsister. Okay, so I started hearing about him. Still haven't met him. Haven't been in the facility with him. He knew of me, I knew of him. I didn't meet OG Nuke until 2002. Mind you, I went up north in 93. I ain't meet OG Nuke until 2002. I met him in 2002 C Block. He was an ART facilitator. Remember I said that to y'all. He was an ART facilitator. I had to take the ART program. They was throwing me under the wing, teaching me the game. And when Nuke left the jail, he went down to Shawanga. I became an ART facilitator as well. So he schooled me to that shit, you know what I'm saying? He put me on. Nuke made me want to be an ART facilitator, you know what I'm saying? Watching him do his thing, I wanted to become an ART facilitator. But more importantly, I was noticing how Nuke really cared about the young. Was in the ART program, a bunch of young niggas, some blood niggas coming from mediums, getting off keep lot, you know what I'm saying? So he was being an OG in Attica, you know what I'm saying? And I took notice how he really cared about the youth. Peace, you know what I'm saying? And he left Attica, went down to Shawanga for a few years. I came down to Shawanga behind him. Now we in Shawanga together. Now we doing the family thing, son. We cousins, you know what I'm saying? We fuck with each other hard, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, Nuke was the humblest, the most soft-spokenest dude who had a label for being a gangster. You understand what I'm saying? He was very humble, very soft-spoken. He always tried to avoid conflict unless you backed him into a corner and left him no choice. I remember I had an incident. Me and Nuke went to breakfast one morning. And the motherfucker was on some bullshit. Those Spanish niggas on some bullshit with the waffles. He made all the Spanish niggas had extra waffles and sent us on our way. Nah, I ain't having that. Nuke was like, yo, what's up? I said, yo, I'm running down on the nigga. Nuke said, yo, if you say something to the nigga, you know you're going to have to whip his ass, right? So Nuke was trying to, he was trying to be a facilitator right then and there. He was like, yo, homie, listen, think about it. You married, wait for your first trailer, boom, boom, boom. Man, fuck that. I'm going to just talk to the nigga and let him know he can't do no shit like that. Nuke said, okay. I went to talk to the nigga, man. Next thing you know, I beating this nigga all up, dragging the nigga all around the gallery, keep locked me, fuck my first trailer up, down, my wife down in the visiting room with a package, all types of shit. Nuke said, I told you. I told you. But I say that to say, man, Nuke always was on some other shit. He was bigger than his name because his heart was always in the right place. And I know I sat here and I told y'all the story about what went down in Auburn 9-5. But y'all better believe he didn't want to be in that situation. That's not who he is. You know what I'm saying? That's not who he is. And Nuke ain't one of them dudes who came home and just changed. He made that change in prison. He was always humble. He was always respectful, not only to the prisoners and the steppers or whoever. He just respected everybody, because I recognize his respect for officers as well. You know what I'm saying? So OG Nuke, we salute him, and we're going to recognize the 360 turnaround that man did. You know what I'm saying? Because that needs to be highlighted. His accomplishments needs to be highlighted, son. And I had to go into my mental Rolodex, you know what I'm saying, and get those motherfucking highlights, because I failed on the first video. I ain't talk about the man highlights. First and foremost, Nuke was a volunteer mentor at the Brooklyn Democracy Academy, where he was a leader in mentorship initiatives. I told you he's on that shit hard when it comes to the shorty, son. He was also a general manager at the Brownstone Restaurant. Shout out to Bush and shout out to Shabaka. They had the Brownstone Restaurant out there. Nuke took himself over there, got the manager's job to organize food drives for the homeless and the less needy. Nuke heart always in the right place, son. He was also a facilitator at the Crossroads Juvenile Center, provide mentorship and life skill workshops to troubled youth. Something like Spofford. He was in the juvenile facility talking to them little knuckleheads, trying to keep them out of bullshit, letting them know they don't need to be making the mistakes he made. You know what I'm saying, man? OG Nuke about that action, son. He been working since he been home. He was also a part of the community engagement. Listen to this. Community engagement with Assemblywoman Latrice Walker, where he assisted with public outreach and community building initiatives. Getting to it. I also know I got a thumbnail photo. That was Nuke with the, I think that at that time, that's when he was advocating for the prison system. In that picture, he's in the photo with the commissioner of the New York State Department of Corrections at that time. So Nuke's been very active, rubbing shoulders with assemblymen, you know what I'm saying? The New York State Commissioner, he been getting to it, you know what I'm saying? He been getting to it. He was also a program manager at the Drum. Drum is an acronym. He was the program manager at the Drum, where he progressed as a violence interpreter, where he became a school coordinator and youth development leader. You hear the word youth when you hear about Big Nuke, son. He's very, very active with these youth, man. And now, another thing, he's very good with the parents of the youth. I used to see that shit on the visits. We used to be on the visits. All the kids love Nuke. Nuke know everybody kids. Nuke know everybody kids. All the kids like Nuke. They think Nuke a big kid. He go down on the festivals. You see Nuke on the mats, rolling, playing with the kids, playing dodgeball, all types of shit. All the kids love Big Nuke. Listen, he was also, this is my favorite, because he hit me immediately. As soon as he made this accomplishment, he hit my phone, he sent me the flicks. I was so proud of him. He was a graduate of the CDI Leadership Academy at the University of Chicago, where he was honored at the White House on February 9th, 2024 for his commitment to public safety and healing justice. I was so proud of him when he did that, son. I was so proud of OG Nuke when that went down. He sent me the pictures of him in the White House and shit like that. I couldn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? I really couldn't believe it. OG Nuke, you know what I'm saying? He did the complete 360 turnaround, son. And that's what we need to be recognizing, because when I dropped the video this morning, I hope somebody got some lessons out of that. I ain't seen nobody in the comments telling me they learned something from the video. And that's what we do. I don't care how many shots is flying, how many bodies drop. At the end of the day, every story, every video delivers a message. I gotta get a message from it, man. And Big Nuke's message to all of us is, listen, you can turn your life around, man. Don't be stigmatized. You can turn your life around. And that's what OG Nuke did. You know what I'm saying? He went from being OG Nuke, he went from being Lil Nuke up the hill in Brownsville to being OG Nuke, the mentor and leader of the youth. You know what I'm saying? I felt the need to get back on here and drop this joint because I felt to mention all those accomplishments. I did say he graduated and went to the White House, but that wasn't enough. See, I should have spoke more on the video about his highlights. You know what I'm saying? And with me saying Nuke is a very humble person, if you could ever go back and look at the video he did with Queen's Flip, and he spoke about that incident in Auburn 9-5, he ain't had no energy on it. I put my energy on it. He ain't have no energy on that. And you know why? Because Nuke is a humble and respectful person. Nuke regretted that shit happened. Nuke didn't want that to happen. You understand what I'm saying? But when you in that environment and you dealing with the wolves, anything can go wrong. You understand what I'm saying? You could be the best person in the world, don't want no problems, and somebody bring you some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what basically happened. Because Nuke spoke, he said, put no negative energy on that shit. He's very humble. He's very apologetic. You know what I'm saying? When I did my video, I put my energy on it. And my energy may have been a little too much, but it was what it was. You know what I'm saying? And no disrespect to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Terminator. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you got to give it up the way it was. You can't embellish. You can't lie. You know what I'm saying? And you can't water it down. You got to give it to the people how it was. And that's what Big Fruit does. You know what I'm saying? Once again, it's your boy Big Fruit. You know how I do. I come through 6 minutes, Dougie. I say what it is, say what it ain't. And right now, it's all about the OG Nuke and the 360 turnaround he's made. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all loved the first video. You know what I'm saying? But this one should be the one. This one should be the one where y'all learn something from. And until next time, y'all know what it is. I'm your boy Big Fruit, and I'm out of here. Salute.